Eyes peeled. Clear hearts. Can't fucking lose. One of the greatest kills of my life right there. One of the great... There is not a single fucking skid mark back at that dude except the one that he left in his pants when he saw we were coming. I did not touch the fucking brakes. I committed with 100% belief in my heart. Oh, shit. It is funny they can ban you, but you can still gift subscriptions. Hey, anyone here from Twitch? You might want to fix that. Yeah, there's a little bug right now. People that have been banned for threats are still able to give the website a little bit of money. We might want to fix that. We might want to take a look at that one. Can you explain Big Brother to me like I'm a 5-year-old? Yeah, easily. It's like you, but a little bit older. It's like you, but you're 6. Any other dumb questions? Nobody's got nothing to say, huh? Hey, bro. I'm literally looting backpacks up here. You can shoot if you want, but I'm literally... Chill. Just fucking relax. Anyone else got any fucking questions? I'm dead, y'all. Get low! And someone made a joke that was like, I'm hacking into your bank account or something like that. And he freaked the fuck out. He was like, guys, that's not funny. Like, never joke about anything like that ever. And then he told us, he was like, I'm sorry, I just like, one time my friend did that to me and I lost a lot of money. So it's like a really sore subject. I was like, oh shit. Because the people who were like really into computers back in like the 90s, there was a chance they were either like a gamer or they were like, I hacked into the Department of Defense, I guess. I don't know, it's a different world, man. Loser! He's probably Satoshi, man. Now that I think about it, that guy was probably the Frieza saga. And then you'd be like, I'm so excited to watch the start of the Cell saga, which I've read about on GeoCities. And then it's, oh no, they're introducing what the Dragon Balls do again. Like, I just watched 170 episodes of this, and now I'm back on Earth, and the Saiyan pods are arriving, and they're doing the Vegeta Nappa stuff again? No, man. And then you get through the whole Cell saga, and you're like, finally, I can get to, like, I'd like to see another fusion, like a Super Saiyan 2 or a Super Saiyan 3, or who the hell's Gotenks I've been reading about so much online. Then you find out the shit aired in like 1989. And I'm out there in the year 2000 going, please, YTV, can we please find out who Majin Buu is? Anyway. True story. She runs it along the guy's nose like it's a cigar. It is a pretty good jingle.
It juices soft, it gets right to ya. Juicy fruit, the taste is gonna move ya.
Back in the day when you could market a chewing gum by saying, essentially the gist of the advertisement is that this is a chewing gum for athletes. Like if you're going to the ski hill, pack your juicy fruit. We used to be a proper fucking country, man. What is this deck doing? Have you read Amelia Bedelia? She's insufferable. She's literally neurodivergent, so you can't say that. Literally, her boss tells her to put the coffee on, and then she puts the coffee on top of something. She takes the coffee and pours it on top of whatever is in the vicinity, and then the dude crashes out at her. Bro, you told her to put the coffee on. Like, it sounds like, if anything, you should be mad at yourself. You weren't specific enough in your fucking verbiage. She's incompetent. She's highly competent. I don't know how much of the books you've read, but like, if she's incompetent, then her fucking bosses are worse than useless because they keep asking her to do shit that they should be doing themselves. Oh, you're mad Amelia Bedelia pitched the tent, and instead of pitching a tent, She threw the tent into the woods like a baseball pitcher. Well, maybe you should pitch your own fucking tent for once. Maybe you should do your own shit. And you're forgetting about the time that they asked her to make chocolate chip cookies, and then she put chocolate and chips, potato chips, into the cookies, and the cookies were good as fuck. You're forgetting about that, okay? So with Amelia Bedelia, you take the good with the bad. It's that simple. Why does the Blue Jays manager look like Alex Jones? Well, okay, John Schneider is, and it was worse in October. He is one of the, like, most... I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. His face has more blood in it than I think any human being I've ever seen. I think he may have more blood in his head during the playoffs than I have in my whole body. Yeah, he's very sanguineous. He has a copious amount of sanguinity. Absolutely. He is cherub-esque. Rubefacient, yeah. He's got a lot. Anyway, long story short, don't comment on anyone else's appearance unless you're calling the streamer skinny. I'm tweaking because someone came in here earlier and said, hey, NL, you look skinny. Too far? Calling Maggie Gyllenhaal attractive is an insult now. In this fucked up world in which we live. Unconventionally? You're focusing on the wrong word. Babe, you're focusing. Yeah, I said you were unconventionally attractive, babe. Not every word in a sentence has the same emphasis, babe. I did not call her a fugly dog, okay? I did not call her a fugly dog. I said she was unconventionally attractive. Have you seen Secretary? Come on. I would never say that. Guys, so disappointed to tell you I've become everything that I hate. I've been eating untoasted bagels, man. Not even slicing. Can't be bothered to do all this, the slicing, the toasting. What are you putting on them? This is really annoying to hear. I got some good bagels this weekend. You know what I've been putting on them? Nothing. Just been eating them, not even slicing them. Just eating them straight out of the paper bag. Chill. There's enough of daddy to go around. Yeah, I bet you can't do this shit. Wait, Apollo, oh, they didn't get rid of the Phelpsian plane. I should be popping off in open VoIP saying some shit like Womanzo. Oh, please, let me Phelps. Hell of a splash, man. Oh! What a grab. I lead others to a treasure I cannot possess type shit. That's right, motherfucker. Motherfucker, let's go! Yeah! That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Bro thinks we're on Vormir. This is a Rangel! We clown in this motherfucker! What's the profit on the cards? It's gotta be 90%. It's just cardboard. Okay, so fucking ink is a joke to you. Ink is a joke to you. And shipping's a joke to you. And then keeping one dude at Wizards of the Coast to prompt ChatGPT and Claude every 3 months to go, hey, generate 90 new cards for a Magic the Gathering set based around these two mechanics that we had in a set 12 years ago. That's a joke to you? All that ink, all that logistical headache of the shipping, and the one dude, and all the tokens. I didn't even mention the tokens. I'll level with you. I have no knowledge that they use AI to make the cards. I just knew it would get the people riled up. And when you soften the chat up first, they're way more likely to laugh at the joke. Oh, you fucker. What did they have to use the most magical rocks on the planet to generate an image of? It was people in the restaurant eating the restaurant's food. And the picture was like, book here to have your next event at our restaurant. And it was just an AI generated image of like 8 people at a table in the very restaurant that we were in, eating the food that they serve in the restaurant, except what they were eating was not the food in the restaurant. It was food that the AI thought that the restaurant would serve. And they were all toasting with like brandy snifters that had beer foam in them. Like a clearly the AI, it was from a more primitive era where it was like alcohol glass plus beer is good enough. Like it just did not look. Did she make you take out like some chicken from the freezer so it's defrosted by the time she cooks you a delicious meal tonight? Did she go like, that's fine, just make sure you take the chicken out of the freezer, and then all of a sudden you're like, it's 5:59. My mom gets home at 6. She's coming home to like a fucking rock hard frozen chicken breast, and you're like, I don't know, I took it out. I guess our kitchen's just 4 degrees Celsius. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I took it out as soon as I got home. I guess it's just really cold in the kitchen today or whatever. Anyway, I'll send you over to my wife's stream. I'll tell you why. I feel like unicorns can fly, but they don't have wings. Flying without wings, way more impressive than flying with wings. So yeah. I mean, you seem to be laboring under the delusion that a unicorn is simply a horse with a rainbow mane and a horn. That wouldn't be impressive at all. But unicorns fucking fly, or at least they can jump so prodigiously high that it could be considered air travel. That's what it is. Unicorns can fly, bro. Unicorns can. Because they keep saying, hey, dumbass, unicorns don't have wings. Grok, that's not what I asked. I asked if they could fucking fly. Okay? I know things with wings can fly, but something could fly and not have wings. People mix up unicorns and a Pegasus all the time. What, did I ask for your fucking commentary, bro? Alicorns. A creature with a horn and wings is called an alicorn or a pegacorn. Who gives a who said shit about wings, man? They keep bringing up wings as if wings are relevant to the conversation at all when they fucking aren't. I don't buy it, man. I think the cavemen were fucking crashing after lunch too. You wake up when the sun comes up, you work all morning picking berries or something like that. You eat lunch, of course you're gonna be a little tired after that. You take a nap in the sun and then you wake up and you do some gathering, you pick some herbs at night or something like that. I don't think it's all about carbs, man. I think the people who are on keto are getting sleepy after lunch, and the only thing that's keeping them awake is that if they fall asleep, they won't be able to tell anybody that they're on keto. I think that's the fucking secret, to be honest with you. Which is what they fucking live for. Or something. I'm not married to the position. When you realize, when you go to the grocery store and you see the 75-year-olds, and you realize that they weren't born 75 in some kind of perverse Benjamin Button. They were 37 the day that you were born. They were walking around with high inseam shorts looking fucking snatched, wearing fanny packs and like Ray-Bans and shit like that. Probably had cut up because they hadn't put all the dyes in the food yet, looking fucking shredded like Tug Speedman, and now they're 75 at the grocery store. Saying I don't want it. I don't need 4 ears of corn. I just came here for 1 ear of corn, but it's 4 for $10. Should we go for 4? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense, man. Doesn't make any sense. It's funny for me specifically because I previously said juggling can't be hard because I've never seen a juggler drop a ball in public. This was one time where I had to look at the evidence in front of me and say, you know what? It turns out I don't know everything about the world around me, because this guy was dropping he was dropping bowling pins and he was doing some box juggling. He was dropping the boxes, and he had a bunch of hats and he was doing like some hat tricks, but he kept dropping the hat. It was clearly like he was still an apprentice. Exactly. He was still getting his red seal in juggling. So that in and of itself was already pretty Nobody fun. Talks about the situations where you're understimulated, so you just go like Nobody ever talks about that shit. Nobody ever talks about like, oh, nobody said something for 5 seconds. I fucking have to make a Napoleon Dynamite reference right now, or I'm gonna fucking die. They don't talk about that. They just say, oh, Unk's going nonverbal. I'm not going nonverbal. There's 11 people in the call. With 11 people in the call, you get to speak 1/9 of the time. If you're being fair, that's not going nonverbal. That's the per capita speaking time is divided accordingly. Crazy, because I knew someone who worked with that dog on Homeward Bound. They did the hair and makeup for that movie, and they said that that dog was a real piece of shit. They said that dog, anybody who made eye contact with that dog, the dog would have them fired at the end of the day, which I don't think is okay. But I get he was going through some stuff at the time, apparently, as well. And anyone can have a bad day, so I don't want to I don't think that should become its own article or anything. That the dog was a real piece of shit on the Homeward Bound set, but that's just what I heard from my friend. Oh, that's good. Everyone, by the way, they always act like the dog is the idiot. Oh, the bell rings and he starts salivating because he gets food. Bro, every time the bell rings, he gets food. He's acting in a perfectly rational manner. It seems like, honestly, it seems like he's doing himself and the experimenter a favor. And then they're like, well, check it out. Bing bong, rang the bell. He's salivating and there's no food. Yeah, because you fucking lied to him, bro. You fucking lied to him. And the dog is the idiot. The whole point of the experiment is that people are smarter than dogs. Okay, man. Our society is fucked up, man. Biggest problem with our society, people hate dogs. They're always trying to get one over on dogs. I'm like, dogs are pretty cool, man. Guy who bags his dog's piss. Just makes sense, bro. You gotta bag up the poop. You gotta bag up the poop, you gotta bag up the pee. Put the piss in the bag. We're not here for your piss, we're here for the bank's piss. Your piss is federally insured. You know, when I tried to buy an espresso machine, I ended up not buying an espresso machine because every person's recommendation was not only different, they said, never listen! Don't listen to anything that the guy behind me just said. Listen to me and only me. Don't listen. Are you a fool? He's never gonna do that. He should buy these 4 things instead. Why are there no condom snobs, is what I'm trying to say. And don't say, oh, it's good enough. Everything's good enough, but it could always be better. And the community surrounding it could always get more insufferable. Grab me on this. Oh.